Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and I wanted to pop on and share with you why some crystals are toxic and what makes them toxic. So, for instance, there might be like a garden quartz spear, and this is a crystal lens that is attached on top to the back, and inside you might see minerals that are toxic in their powder rough form. So if I put this in water, the water is not going to get toxic even though there's toxic minerals inside, because it's in polished, enclosed, encased, almost like resin form. Although if I have a rough piece and it's not polished, and let me get a rough piece. I know I have a rough piece up here. So say I put this rough piece of fluorite and I just drop it in water, and I probably would not drink that water, because in its rough form, even though it looks like it's polished, it's going to have toxic minerals in. And especially in the matrix, the bottom right here, that's where a lot of it is. And usually when you see like flecks or hematite flecks, copper flecks, sparkle, that's an indicator it's most likely toxic because it's a metal. Now, copper you can wear around your wrist, anywhere on your body, and it's going to promote circulation. Though it is toxic and it's against your skin, the toxicity you'll see is the green coming out into your skin, but it's not like going to kill you. I wear copper. I used to all the time when I was a kid. Yes, my fingers would turn green. It's just leaking into your skin. Now, it is like a breakout, but it's not going to kill you. A lot of people eat copper in supplements, and it is heavy. I can't take it because every time I do it, it just kills my stomach. But some people can. So I'm going to read to you this list. I wrote this list, I'll show you. It's a very long list, and I hope we can get through some of it. But I will try to get through some of these with you guys. Now, normally I would show you each crystal with it, but that will take forever. So if you'd like to see one, just ask in the comments and I'll post it for you. If you're on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, or whatever platform you cannot paste pictures in. So the first one is actinolite, and it may contain, surprisingly, asbestos. Yeah. So adamite, and I have many adamite specimens. They're green against matrix, and they contain arsenic and some copper. In ajoite, which is Ajoite, it's a very teal, minty, expensive, I don't even own any, crystal, and it's usually encased in quartz, and it's gorgeous. So look it up, because I've been searching for one and you just can't find them. And it does contain aluminum and copper. Amazonite, as we talked about, contains copper. Atacamite, which is like a off of adamite, and it has copper in it. And then aquamarine has aluminum in it. Aurocalcite, I actually have a few beautiful aurocalcites. They have zinc and copper in them. And then the beryl group, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with the beryl group, and that would be your bixbite, emerald, aquamarine, goshenite, heliodor, and morganite. Those all contain aluminum, so they are toxic. And then we have your Boji stones. And these are shaman stones, shamanic star stones. They're the little, a lot of times there's some of them that look like shapes of turds, but they look like little meteorites, like little rocks. And those are, I actually have one downstairs. They contain sulfur, pyrite, or marcasite, and they are toxic because of that. And then we have our bronchitite, Broncantite, bronchantite. That's a hard one. And that is copper. And then bumblebee jasper, you guys are probably all familiar with that one. It contains dispersed cinnabar, which has mercury and will make you go crazy. So it has the finely particles of cinnabar, which is another crystal, and that has mercury in it. And some say that mercury will make you go crazy. So I can't read my handwriting sometimes. I write so slanted. Anywho, cavanosite, which contains copper. I have a cavanosite necklace in rough form. And celestite, that contains strontium, strontium, strontium. And then we have chalcanthite, which contains copper. Chrysocolla contains copper. Cinnabar, mercury. And then copper can be poisonous depending on the quantity. And covalite, which is copper and sulfur. Cuprite, copper. Dioptase, copper. Dumortierite has copper. Fluorite has fluorine in it. Fuchsite has chromium in it. Garnet, spessartine, almandine, uvarite, that's a hard one, uvarite, and rhodolite and hessonite, they all contain aluminum. So all those garnets do. And then galena contains lead. Garnierite contains nickel. Iolite contains aluminum. Kunzite contains aluminum. Labradorite contains aluminum. Lapis lazuli has pyrite in it. Lepidolite has aluminum in it. Malachite has copper in it. Marcasite, sulfur. Moldavite has aluminum oxide in it. Moonstone has aluminum. Morganite has aluminum. And petersite has fibrous forms of asbestos in it. Those gorgeous shimmery flashes that you see. Asbestos, that's part of it too. Preonite, aluminum. And we have ruby, which has aluminum. Sapphire has aluminum. Selenite, although it is not toxic, it has tiny shards that can break off into the water. Yes, and cut your throat. So don't put selenite in water. I know many people do. Like I've seen this one group put selenite in, I think it was like a fish tank. And like it didn't do anything. But I never like followed afterwards. So you just never know. So like you don't have to put crystals in water. Just put them next to it. It's going to give the same effects. So if you're really making crystal elixirs and whatnot, please, 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 please be very careful. Then we have serpentine. It also contains fibrous forms of asbestos. Smithonite may contain copper. Sodalite, aluminum. Spinel, aluminum. Spodumene, also known as kunzite, aluminum. Starlite, aluminum. Stibnite, lead, and antimony. We have sulfur, poisonous. Sunstone, aluminum. Tanzite, a gem variety of zoisite, has aluminum in it. And tourmaline has aluminum. So those are some of them. I read pretty much all of them but 4. And I'll list them in the comments so that you guys can get the rest. Much love and light as always. Jules, and have a beautiful night.